Hello, this is Empedocles, and this is the introduction to the stream for my Cosmos Without Hatred Stellaris Let's Play, where I'm going to be facing off as fanatic purifiers against 30 insane advanced start AI. Here I'm going to go over the empire that I am using, and then discuss some of the strategy that I'll be using in playing. So let's go through that here. So this is my empire. The only mod I'm playing with is the Playable Invaders mod, because I want to play as gas people. And all it does is allow me to use the Invaders Unbidden skin. It also adds an interesting name list. So let's see, skipping through some of this, we're going to look at the traits I'm going to be using, because they're pretty important for the strategy and playthrough that I use. So first and most importantly, we have extremely adaptive, because we're not allowed to, as fanatic purifiers, we won't get to use any other species to colonize with. So we're going to want to be able to colonize every single planet. And this gives us that. Then strong, because you'll find that I use a pattern of stacking large numbers of army bonuses. So since the fanatic purifiers already get a large one, this one will go along with that, and I'll explain what the strategy is whenever I get there. And then I just picked the 3 least impactful negative traits. Repugnant means basically nothing. Solitary is relatively minor. And deviance I can counter with a single, counter the entire effect with a single fairly cheap edict. Solitary is probably the one I would most prefer not to have, because it's always a slight annoyance, but it's relatively easy to stack happiness bonuses. Another main thing to go over is my government choice. So these, when I started at least, were required for fanatic purifiers. Nowadays, you can use this as well. But if you do that, I would go with a different strategy. The democratic is amazing just because of the amount of influence it gives you. Every 10 years, starting relatively early on, it gives you 250 influence. So that's a little more than +2 per year if you make sure to get all of your mandates. And I use efficient bureaucracy simply because it is very important. I used a very fast expansion strategy, and I want to be able to keep as many core planets as possible at a time, because I develop the core planets and then pass them into sectors, and the more I can keep, the more planets I can keep in my core sector limit, the more planets I can be developing at the same time, and therefore the faster, yeah. And let me see. It speeds up how quickly I can develop systems to put them into my sectors. And lastly, the big thing is this. So this basically defines the game, because not only does it do the things that it says here, but it also gives every other empire in the game a -1000 opinion modifier on you. So every AI starts the game hating you as much as if you had already like massacred like half of the galaxy. So everyone will be looking to kill us as fast as possible. But in exchange, it gives us some fairly nice. It gives us some fairly nice bonuses. The first is that, so let's see. First, I already said you can't engage in diplomacy, which goes above and beyond just the fact that they hate you. Xenopubs will always be purged, which actually makes conquering quite simple, because there's no decisions to be made about, oh, should I keep these aliens as slaves or should I purge them? No, you purge all of them. And generally by turning them into food, because it's the best. In addition, they gain unity when you purge those Xenos, which is nice, but I've never actually noticed it. I don't know how big of a unity boost this is. But then their fire rate is a plus 33% right off the bat, which is a massive boost. And we will stack with many more boosts to fire rate and army damage, which we will actually use, as you'll see, in order to have defense armies to stall AI invasions. Enough defense armies will beat extremely with large bonuses like this. We're starting with 53%. Will allow us to beat the assault armies that the AIs generally bring, and thus stall their war advances, while we can either deal with being attacked from multiple sides or build up a fleet that's big enough to defeat them. And then, so my FTO method will be wormhole travel, because I find that it just offers very large bonuses. On a spiral galaxy, it lets you be the first to cross over to the other arms. In general, it's just incredibly helpful in war to be able to have such long travel distances in a span of about 1 month. And we start with energy weapons just because I feel like it fits with our energy gas persona. Generally, I would choose projectile weapons for the generally more useful weapon for unupgraded corvettes, or missile weapons just for a early game advantage. And then so thank you. So watch the next video to see how it gets started. Turns out I had a particularly lucky start. And well, see you later.